Buying a brand new car should feel like a victory. But driving off the lot in the 2025 Dacia Duster felt like a reality check I wasn't prepared for. Welcome back to Supercar, your go-to destination for honest, real-world automotive reviews and long-term ownership breakdowns. If you appreciate car reviews that cut straight through the marketing hype, make sure to hit that subscribe button right now and turn on notifications, so you never miss our candid video updates. Today I'm putting all the hype aside and sharing the genuine reasons why upgrading to the redesigned 2025 Dacia Duster turned into my biggest car buying regret. On paper, this third-generation model promised to redefine the budget SUV market with aggressive new styling, modern hybrid technology, and upgraded equipment. But after living with it on real roads, those bold promises quickly unravel into daily frustrations. What happens when the ultimate budget champion forgets its most defining superpower? For over a decade, the Dacia Duster built a legendary reputation because it was unapologetically simple, highly capable, and above all, genuinely affordable. However, the 2025 pricing strategy completely shatters that core identity. Once you step up to the higher trim levels like the Extreme or Expression, to get actual modern conveniences or the advertised hybrid powertrain, you suddenly find yourself crossing into price territory occupied by established rivals like the Hyundai Bayon, Kia Niro, and Toyota Yaris Cross. The fundamental flaw here is that while the purchase price jumped up to challenge mid-tier competitors, the underlying build philosophy did not elevate alongside it. Paying significantly more money for a vehicle that still carries entry-level compromises creates buyer's remorse every single time. You look at your finance statement. If you think upgrading to the new hybrid engine guarantees smooth electric driving, prepare for a jarring wake-up call the moment you step on the gas. The hybrid powertrain setup sounds fantastic on a specification sheet, but in real-world driving, it suffers from a high-revving, clunky multi-mode transmission that feels noticeably unrefined. When you attempt to accelerate onto a busy highway or overtake slow traffic, instead of smooth power delivery, you are met with a prolonged hesitation, followed by the petrol engine, screaming at uncomfortably high RPMs as the computer struggles to pick a gear. Stop-and-go city traffic is equally frustrating, where the transition between electric power and the combustion engine introduces jerky surges and unnatural pedal feel. Rather than delivering effortless efficiency, driving this powertrain feels like a continuous tug-of-war between driver input and confused electronics. Modern technology is supposed to elevate your driving experience, but the digital gremlins inside the 2025 Duster will test your patience before you even pull out of your driveway. The central touchscreen and digital driver instrument cluster look sharp while parked, yet in practice, they suffer from sudden frame rate lag, frozen navigation maps, and erratic wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto disconnects. Compounding this technical annoyance is the overbearing suite of advanced driver assistance systems that constantly chime, flash, and jerk the steering wheel unnecessarily. The lane keep assist system panics on standard narrow roads. The parking sensors emit false alerts in light rain. And because safety regulations mandate that these systems turn back on every time you restart the car, you are forced to navigate through clunky menus to disable half a dozen intrusive alerts before every single drive. Look past the aggressive exterior styling and modern interior design, and you will quickly realize that cabin materials traded real durability for clever visual illusions. While the new Y-shaped air vents and rugged dashboard geometry look great in photographs, reaching out to touch any surface reveals hard, scratch-prone plastics across the doors, center console, and lower dash. Within just weeks of regular driving, persistent squeaks and metallic rattles begin echoing through the cabin from the door cards and the modular accessory mounts over subtle road imperfections. Furthermore, the redesigned front seats lack proper lumbar support and feature overly short seat cushions, turning any journey longer than an hour into an exhausting ordeal for your lower back and legs. Turn off the stereo at highway speeds, and the severe lack of proper sound insulation becomes impossible to ignore. Although Dacia claimed to have improved noise, vibration and harshness levels for this generation, tire roar, engine drone, and wind turbulence around the side, mirrors floods the cabin the second you hit higher speeds. Because the wheel arches and floor pan lack adequate acoustic dampening, every piece of road debris or rain spray sounds like it is hitting bare metal directly inside the cabin. Having to raise your voice just to speak with rear passengers on the highway is a tiring reminder of where costs were aggressively cut behind the scenes. Beyond the cabin walls, the long-term build quality and exterior paintwork raise serious red flags about how this SUV will handle years of real-world abuse. Owners and reviewers are already noting exceptionally thin paint applications that chip easily down to the primer from ordinary highway gravel, along with inconsistent body panel gaps. Combined with reported electrical glitches involving keyless entry sensors, battery drain issues, and notchiness in manual gearbox models, the overall reliability outlook is far less reassuring than older generations. When you buy a vehicle marketed on rugged dependability, feeling like you have to handle it with extreme care defeats the entire purpose of owning an SUV. The hardest truth to accept is that in trying to become a trendy, high-tech crossover, the 2025 Dacia Duster surrendered the simple, unbeatable value proposition that made it legendary. It is not an inherently unusable vehicle, but when you combine the higher price tag with a hesitant hybrid transmission, glitchy software, cheap cabin plastics, and tiring cabin noise, the compromises simply outweigh the benefits. Before signing a finance contract, take a step back and test drive competitor models in the same price range, because investing a little extra for genuine refinement will save you from daily driving frustration. What are your thoughts on the 2025 Dacia Duster? And would these issues stop you from buying one? Let me know in the comments below. Drop a like if you found this review insightful, and don't forget to subscribe to Supercar for more honest, no-nonsense car reviews.
With